If you want a great project for an afternoon in the workshop, then try my simple tenon jig. With this, you can do tenons, you can do castle joints, and with a few simple additions, you can also use it for making splines for picture frames. So this is my, I've cut the boards up for my simple tenoning jig, 3/4 inch plywood, and it's going to look something like that. Obviously this is not the right height to go over the table saw fence, which is here, but I'm just trying to figure out what to do. And I was thinking about putting this halfway up, but I think I might put it on the top now. Okay, after that slightly hair-raising experience of putting it on this one on, I've just dropped it on here and looks sort of like it should. I've got a square, you probably can't tell, but that looks pretty good. And this side looks pretty good. So just need to screw and glue that one in, I think. Okay, so here we go. I put some paste wax on the inside of the jig, and now it moves pretty nicely. So I just need to put a 90 degree, 90, yeah, thing down there, screw that in, and then I'm ready to go. So I found a piece of 2x2, which actually came off my greenhouse, I think. So I'm just going to screw that on referencing it to the bench saw top and making sure it's square, and then I think I'm pretty much done. Okay, so there we have, I think, a fully working Tenon Jig. Which is pretty damn good. So there we have it. Looks like a tenon. It's not a square piece of wood, but I think that's what you use them for. In actual fact, what I want to do is do a castle joint, but I needed to set up the tenoning jig to make the castles in the top of a piece of wood, and then do the lat joints on the side, on the cross members, if you like. So that's going to be my next job, which I'll get on with now. The other thing is that I'm going to put some T-track on the tenoning jig so that I can adjust it for 90 degrees to the table for tenons and castle joints. But I'm going to have a couple of pieces on there that'll run on the T-track so that I can do splines on picture frames. So I've got to order the T-track and I'll do that later. Right, so I have previously off camera glued up a couple of pieces of pine pallet. Got it about as square as I can get as an amateur, as a beginner. And I milled up some timber for the aprons and marked up the top of the castle joint, well, the castle piece, and the depth of the wood, like so. So now I'm just going to try the, see whether I can do the castle joint, which will be with my new tenoning jig, which will be quite exciting. So I have to cut, when I run it through the table saw, I have to cut on the inside of these lines. Okay, so it's not square. Well, it's slightly misleading, but it is what it is. So I'm not unhappy with that for the first time. Okay, so there we go. There is a castle joint. But as it happens, I just need to get my prop. I thought my measurements were going to mean that this apron board was too fat earlier, so I planed them down a bit more, and now they're too loose, which is a little annoying. But it's not like I've got a shortage of pallet wood. I can always repurpose these, and so therefore I will make, and these are too high, as you can see, because my table saw didn't go up to 90 mil, which is the width of this. Anyway, so this is all good practice. So beginners can do table joints. I just need to mill some more timber down to the right width, thickness, and then do the lap joints, and then I'll have a castle joint. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so off camera, I chopped my first version of the castle joint. I just cut it off because I made this post longer than I needed to. And I did some new set of castle joints, and they've come up pretty well. So now I am just going to do the half laps for the aprons. Okay, so that's pretty damn close. You can see it's a little bit higher, but I think I've got some bits to chop out. Okay, so how random. I was going to show you how well it worked, which is pretty exciting. So that one goes on in there, like so. I tried it out. And then I realized in my trial that this is broken off, which is damned annoying because it does fit pretty much like that. There. That is a castle joint. Not perfect, but it's a castle joint nonetheless. Anyway, so the long and the short of it is that a beginner can do castle joints, but I think I need more practice. But the tenoning jig is easy, it's an afternoon's work, and it's awesome.